Published, 6:39 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 24th of July 2018. Updated, 6:43 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 24th of July 2018. Despite suffering a brutal hamstring injury during his qualifying heat on Ninja Warrior Australia, Tim Robards was back on Tuesday's semi-final episode. With the incredibly difficult course ahead of the inaugural Bachelor star, the buff 35-year-old refused to quit as he chose to push through the pain. Unfortunately, the sports chiropractor bombed out in the second obstacle and claimed he went against everything he would advise his clients to do in his situation. Scroll down for video. I probably should have sat it out. The Bachelor's Tim Robards ignores his expertise as a sports chiropractor as he crashes out on Ninja Warrior Australia semi-final while exercising on a pre-existing hamstring injury. Time admitted to producers, "If I was talking to one of my clients, my patients, I'd probably say, you probably should sit it out and wait it out for a bit." However, the reality TV star justified his decision to risk further injury. "This is a bit of a once-in-a-lifetime thing and, you know what, I want to see where the story ends. I've put in the hard work and I could get through. Even if I limp to the end, I'm not quitting now," Tim could be heard saying before tackling the course. His hamstring injury appeared to play up for Tim, who hit the water after an unfavorable dismount from the leg-intensive frame slider. "Do as I say, not as I do," Tim admitted to producers he would have advised his clients not to perform the intense course with a pre-existing hamstring injury, but he chose to push through as it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. "Even if I limp to the end, I'm not quitting now." Despite his high hopes for the course, he was unable to get past the second obstacle above, failing to complete his qualifying heat last year. Tim had high hopes for Ninja Warrior glory this year, leaping from the Bridge of Blades in this year's qualifying heats. The muscly star winced in pain and clutched onto his hamstring after jumping to safety. Tim's wife Anna Heinrich was cheering on her bow from the sidelines, and placed her hands over her mouth in shock after Tim appeared to be in pain. While the chiropractor chose to push through, rubbing his leg while looking at Anna for continued support, Tim crashed into water on the second-last obstacle. Trouble. When the 35-year-old hunk leapt from the Bridge of Blades in his qualifying heat, he winced in pain and clutched onto his hamstring. "I tore it, hamstring, about 6 weeks ago and I've been training my butt off to rehab it." Tim's episode of Ninja Warrior was filmed in December 2017. And 6 weeks prior he partially tore his hamstring while training for the show. Time explained, "I tore it, hamstring, about 6 weeks ago and I've been training my butt off to rehab it, but on the Bridge of Blades it went twang. There's a little bruise coming up," he claimed. Tim's episode of Ninja Warrior was filmed in December 2017, and 6 weeks prior he partially tore his hamstring while training for the show in a makeshift warp wall. Last year, Tim tackled the tough course just weeks after having bicep reattachment surgery. Nine's Ninja Warrior Australia returns on Sunday from 7 p.m. Nine's Ninja Warrior Australia returns on Saturday from 7 p.m.